Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Project Hospital. So I've had a few comments with regards to this game, and there's something I want to check. We had an issue a few episodes ago with regards to trauma care not working, and what this one comment from kind of Gold Scorpia has said that actually my doctors can't necessarily work there. They have to be, so Frank, well, maybe it's a different Frank. There used to be a Frank here. This is probably a different one that couldn't work there for some reason. And what I just need to check is if we go, just want to make sure that we get the right stuff in here. So let's quickly get to the emergency department. Frank. Can he not work here because he's not able to work here? So let's have a quick look. If I look at some of the other people, acute medicine gives access to specialized procedures for diagnosing and treating critical patients at emergency. So how do I know if they can work trauma care? So apparently level 1 doctors can't work trauma care. Alright, so as a starting point, these two, I don't believe they can work trauma care at all. And then, surgery and trauma. Oh, so these can work trauma. Aha! Aha! Allowed roles. I see. That's where it is. So, diagnostics and observation? Yes. So these two doctors can only do observation in this department. They cannot actually do trauma, and so that means we've got 2 doctors here that can do trauma and 2 that cannot. Okay, so that's something to bear in mind. Let's quickly go then to the night and let's have a look. So we've got this one, he can do trauma, Charles can do trauma, and Peter can do trauma as well. So we've got 2 doctors that can do trauma in the evenings also. Is there anything with the nurses that's an issue? Patient transfer, patient care, nurse surgery. So I think that's not a problem. I don't necessarily think there's a nurse issue with this. Now, the other one that I want to check where we also had a little bit of a problem was in the ICU. Some things didn't work quite right. So Jennifer, so diagnostics and observation, critical care medicine, that's fine. Surgery, trauma, assisted surgery, and anesthesiology at surgery. Okay, fine. We don't need them to do. So there doesn't seem to be a specific role for ICU. Apart from that ICU, this is probably an observation piece, right? Is there? Oh, or do we need someone that can do trauma in ICU as well? So when can you actually start fulfilling the trauma role? Okay, let's go out of that. Let's go to the day. Let's have a look at Linda. So Linda's an attending. She can do diagnostics and observation. Do we need her to be able to do trauma? I don't know. Seems like she's going to be fine during the day over here. She's idle at the moment. So these don't need anything from her, I'm guessing. So this is mainly an observation role. If that person collapses, what happens? See, this is the thing. If that person collapses, does she not need to do trauma here? Maybe not. Maybe that doesn't mean the same thing. Okay, well, that's an interesting one. I quickly want to run through my other departments just to make sure that we've got all the skills we need. Assisted surgery and diagnostics and observation. Surgery and trauma as assisted surgery. And anesthesiology at surgery, assisted surgery, and diagnostics and observation. So that's fine. Here, same thing, patients transfer, nurse with surgery, and so on. Can we? We can. We can indeed do that. So anyway, so we can switch off roles as is required, it seems. Okay, that's pretty good. Over here, let's have a quick look. We just need diagnostics and observation here, right? That's fine. So those are the only skills. So we don't necessarily need people with better skills than that over here. Is there some skills that we need to be here? Clinic patients and hospitalized patients. My goodness. That's quite interesting. Fine. Okay, perfect. So I don't think there's anything there that we need to worry about. Let's quickly have a look at internal medicine. That's okay. This is fine. This is fine. Let's have a look at these doctors over here. Assisted surgery and surgery. Assisted surgery and anesthesiology. So that's fine. I think these were, we set these up pretty well. So the only thing we didn't quite look at was the trauma care, and I think that is kind of fixed now, but that means we can have a look at that as we go along. So over here we then also have the orthopedics department, so let's have a quick look there. Anesthesiology, surgery, and assist with surgery, so that's a little bit of everything. Surgery roles. Okay, so we only have one that can do the surgery. Over here, is there anything? Hospitalized patients and clinic patients. Okay, interesting. That's fine. Over here, observation, orthopedic skills. This guy can do some USG, but not really required in the role. Let's go to the cardiology department over here, and let's have a quick look. Assist with surgery, anesthesiology, and surgery. Surgery and surgery. That's fine. We're doing pretty well over there. Any doctors here that we need to have a look at? Oh, this guy can actually do... Should we allow this guy to do anesthesiology? I don't know if we should. If we do that, what would that mean? Obviously, we don't have more doctors here, so this guy just has to run this thing all the time. But he could go into the anesthesiology part. Okay, that's an interesting one that we can look at. And then we now have the neurology department. We don't have hospitalization there yet. So over here we've got someone that's doing this. Is there some roles here that needs to be done? No, nothing funny here. Over here, diagnostics, assist with surgery and things like that. So diagnostics is basically the only thing that this doctor will be doing. Okay, so it seems pretty well set up at the moment. We need to move into hospitalization over here, and that's something that we will do. So let's get the day going. I also had a question here about how do you know when the ambulance is off if you're not actually looking at the ambulance, and that's simple. The ambulance gives you like 2 whoops of the siren when they leave, so you hear it. Patient is being transported to another hospital. I'm not sure what happened there, but fine. Oh, we're out of space over here. Okay, since we're out of space over here, let me think a little bit. We could do with a fair bit more observation room. Okay, so I think that is probably what we need to do. I think we've got plenty of doctors over here. What we should do is move the X-ray room to the other side. And then we can also move all of this, remove the waiting room piece. I think that is pretty good. So I think that's what we need to do. I want to move the X-ray room. Move all the equipment in the X-ray room at least. Okay, build a new one, move the equipment, and then have another observation room. Probably similar size over there. Question is 2 observation rooms instead of 1. What we could do, yeah, I'm not sure. I think we'll just have to do 2 of them. I think that's what's gonna happen. We're gonna need 2 of these observation rooms. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Okay, let's dig straight into that, and let's go to the radiology department. Was there anything here that we need to look at? No, they're just all both clinic and hospital. Okay, radiology department, let's have a look. So over here we've got an X-ray room planned out. Yeah, that's pretty good. So let's go ahead and build it. What are the colors that we're using here? We're using this kind of purple kind of colors. Let's grab it. Go with the purple one. Let's run that wall through there. Yeah, and how many spaces do we have there? 3 spaces. Well, if we copy it, it's going to cost us the money, so I'll need to move it instead. So we have the 3 spaces over there. I'm going to grab some doors. We'll just do... Ooh, well, we'll start moving some things over there. So we'll do, well, let's do it here because we've got, seem to have a little bit more room here. So we're going to flip it around a little. So there we go. So none of this is actually workable, usable at the moment because something is happening. Oh, I think we're waiting for a, patient. Okay, so let's see what's happening over here. Long wait for transport. Is there enough nurses? See, I think this area is getting a little bit stuck. What's happening over here? Is someone gonna leave? So should you not be leaving? Are you not at the end of your day or anything like that? Are you stuck? Ooh. Yeah, see that one there. It seems that she's actually stuck. Ah, so I think there's a little bit of a bug there, is it? Oops, wrong button. Let's go back to this. So how do I get you to move? I don't want to fire you. Can I tell you to do something? Well, I'll assign you to a different space. I can't. What I'll do is I'll assign you here. Okay, Susan, I've assigned you there for a minute. Okay. And then what I want to do is I'm going to come back and move you back at some point. Susan, you're still stuck there? Yeah, there's a bit of an issue with Susan here. Oh, crap. Okay. Now there's a patient. This was the issue, actually. Now I've got a new one here. Okay, perfect. Now he's gone. Susan, I'm going to assign you the day shift here, please. That's fine. And now with all of that sorted, I can move the big stuff here. So let's move that one over there. Do a bit of this. A bit of that. Move that over. Yeah, let's get all of these things moved. Where am I? Oh, there, I'm there. Get me that. No, get me that notice board. We'll slot that in there. Give me that piece there. Give me the chair. At some point, we'll just move it out there for a minute. Give me some of these posters. Flip them around. Put them over here. Perfect. That's what we'll do. Give me that piece here. Do something like that. Okay, now let's quickly go and we're going to need to move this buddy. Oh, goodness me. So that piece is now not working. Anyway, we'll build, hang on. We'll build these things again and we don't worry about that too much. So over here, we're just going to pop in an office desk. Okay. Why? Oh, I don't have money. I don't have money. Okay, what we'll do is we'll grab an office desk over here. Okay, we'll do that. Why did... Oh, it's this change of the shift. So I've got a PC over here. Ooh, that's not the one. I've got a PC over here that I'll move. Perfect. So now I can get this up and running. Is there anything else we want to move from here? Okay, fine. Let's see. Do we have some of these windows that we can slot in? Are they going to charge us for them? Yep, they are. So we'll have to get back to doing the windows a little bit later. Now let's move this one over there. We'll get that piece and we'll move it like that. And we'll grab one of these chairs and we'll move that over this way as well. Anyway, there we go. Perfect. So that's up and running. Now let's quickly see. Let's get rid of this one. So can I see my list of doctors? Actually, if I do this guy, John Scott, please come and work there, John Scott. Now, John Scott should be employee has no workspace. Okay, absolutely, that's fine. I want to do the same thing for the day shift, of course. What was her name? Susan, yeah? Susan, you're working there, please. Nice, so now you have a workspace. Long wait for examination. Where are my people? Long wait for a examination. X-ray. Okay, X-ray has been fine. X-ray has been a little bit busy, so there has been some issues with X-ray. So hopefully we can sort X-ray out now. Monitored patient is collapsing. We'll sort all of that out. We need a bit of cash. Can we? What I'm wondering is, can we actually move? Oh, grab me that one. I'll put it back where, from where we took the other one. Grab me this piece. I'm going to slot in that desk over there where we've taken that from. And that is pretty much it. So what we'll do is we will... Are we getting some cash back for this? Probably not then, huh? Well, what I'll do is let's get rid of that and we'll get rid of that. So when we have money again, we will get the observation room to go there. We'll get a little bit more in line with the observation room. Department can't diagnose a patient. So this all seems to be cardiology, internal medicine and internal medicine. So it seems that if we're playing the odds, we should send this person to internal medicine instead. It does look a little bit tedious over here. So I would imagine internal medicine. Is there a way we can? Yeah. Well, they can't diagnose it. Fine. Let's send this patient to internal medicine and we see if that does anything for us. Could probably do ICU as well, but I don't think they can do any real tests at ICU. Okay, if we go here, I wanted to quickly have a look if all of these beds are being used. No, so all of these beds are not being used now. So our observation beds are pretty decent at the moment then. Okay, making a little bit of money. Long wait for examination, the echo. Can we please have a look at what's going on over here? We might not have someone working the night shift at the Echo, to be honest. Let's have a quick look. We do. The night shift? Oh, the day shift. We don't have anybody working the day shift? That is quite interesting. And we don't have any USG skills over here either. My goodness, that is obviously a mistake. Hiring people to work the night shift and not the day shift. Long wait for examination, ECG. So, oh, there goes the ambulance. Well, hopefully use heart failure. That's not good. Can you spot a few other things? Yeah, there we go. Collapsing patient. Please go and help the patient. You're leaving the patient. What is going on with some of these? What are you doing? Performing a procedure? No, by no means are you performing a procedure. There you go. This patient is... Oh, no, not the one that's collapsing, actually. Oh, it's a little bit difficult to manage all of this, and now with no money, it's even worse. How are our queues like? Let's have a look at our radiology department queuing. Absolutely no queues over here, so really that's not a big deal. Patient is collapsing. Where are you? Can you help? Thank you. There's some hidden symptoms that we need to identify here somehow. How are we going to do that? Listening with stethoscope, the heart and lungs. Well, we've got all of these things queued up, and if they do these things, we should be able to sort that out, though. So this doctor here is is an orthopedics doctor that has come all the way over here to do this. Ah, hang on. Performing a procedure. We have a doctor over here. This is interesting. This is quite interesting. Where are our doctors over here? Oh, this is something that's quite interesting. Is that trauma? This is what I'm wondering about. Do we need at least a specialist or something? Do we need some kind of level? So this is a level 2, a resident doctor, okay? A resident doctor is, okay, hang on, let's see. If I say I want to add some doctors to the mix over here. If I want to have a look. This doesn't actually tell me what these people can do. That is quite interesting. That is quite interesting. So I can't use this to understand what that person can do. If I look at these people, I don't want to select people and move them around. Definitely don't want to do that. But what I want to do is I want to try and find out whether some of my doctors can do certain things and others cannot. So where are my doctors here? So that's the one. So the doctors here have a bit of a green suit that they use. So I can't, here's one. So this doctor can actually do trauma. So she should have done it. Anyway, we're sorting that out. What are you doing now? Regular hospitalization. Going to the ICU. Well, the worry that I have with the ICU now is, do my ICU doctors have the ability to do this? So that's a resident doctor, right? If I look at my day shift here in ICU, okay, if I look at my day shift, that's an attending doctor. So can she do surgery trauma? Do I have attendings anywhere that can do surgery trauma? Let's have a quick look. So I just want to see what level of doctor can actually do it. That's a specialist. That's a fellow. And a fellow is not doing surgery trauma. Is that correct? Or is it just switch off? No. And over here, another specialist on surgery trauma. Let's go to here where the... so that's a resident doing surgery trauma. So surgery trauma just doesn't seem to be a thing for certain departments. That's interesting. It just doesn't seem to be a thing. So clearly, you should be able to do surgery trauma. Hang on. If I go... Well, that's surgeons as well. Okay, fine. That's quite interesting. I'm struggling a little bit to understand some of these nuances that we have here, but let's have a look. Oh, they're going to ICU. Okay. ICU is pretty full. We can't afford another bed at the moment either. Where are you going? Hang on. So you're actually being taken for some of these scans and things. Can we? Yeah, we need to identify some of these things. Oh, excellent. We've identified one more, but it's not actually the one that we're needing. There's still a thing here that's going to cause us some problems. Yeah, heart monitoring is happening over there. Can we please add a physical examination and that just to the mix to see what we can get out of that? Oh, what did we do? The heart monitoring found irregular heartbeat. No, that's the ECG. Chest pain. Thorax percussion. Found that. What was found now? We found something now. By heart monitoring. Chest auscultation. So we don't have to redo these. We've done them already. Sweating. Tenderness. Interview. I don't know. ECG? That's probably what the heart monitoring is. ECG found the irregular heartbeat. So now we know what's wrong, and that treatment is what exactly? Nitrates. So nitrates is being applied, so you should get better. Perfect. So we're kind of getting things done. We're seeing some cash, not a lot though. We're still heavily out of money. Patient is collapsing. I think, oh no, this is someone else. Okay, so there's still some hidden symptoms over here. Can we have a quick look? The thing that I'm interested in with these collapsing patients is, could I, so they're still waiting for a bit of a blood test. Well, let's have a look. You're going here. Hang on, so who's this? Frank Wright is working on that, because Frank Cole cannot actually do that. He's an intern. Patient got incorrectly diagnosed. Okay, well, let's get that sorted out. And there's some hidden symptoms here still. Immediately doing that. There's some hidden symptoms that's going to cause this patient to collapse. Are we doing the tests we're needing to do? Hopefully you'll keep going on this and we'll get this stuff sorted. What's wrong with you now? This is the patient that I think... Oh, this is a new patient. Okay, hang on. I want to go back to this patient. No, not this one. Oh, that's the doctor. This patient over here. We need to identify this. So what's happening with this patient? We've got some kind of other doctor now looking at this patient. Don't quite know why. Another patient is collapsing. Lots of hidden things going on here. What's happening with you? Are we getting through any of these things? Collapsed patient can't be hospitalized. That's an interesting one. So we need an ICU bed, I'm assuming. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's add an ICU bed. And what I'm gonna luckily try and do the copy paste thing, because that's gonna mean that we're gonna have enough money to do so. Okay, so there we go. Copy paste cost us plenty of cash, but now we've got a bed for that person to come in. Yeah, the ICU is getting pretty busy. Patient is collapsing still. There's a hidden symptom, but that hidden symptom is not causing too much concern. We need to get this patient treated. So I think an issue I'm having over here is that I shouldn't have too many interns hanging out over here. I should have more doctors that are not interns that work this unit. So you're an intern. Frank, you're an intern as well, huh? General medicine. Yeah, maybe we should keep one intern. And we get rid of this one that doesn't have any patients. So let's sorry, I'm gonna dismiss you. I'm sorry. I didn't want to do it, but I wanted to do it because I need. Can you please leave? Wow, look at the blood on the floor over here. Okay, now that I've got you dismissed, right? Where are you going? Can you please leave? I want to assign... excellent. Now, so I want to hire someone that can at least do... So someone that is at least a level 2 doctor over here. I don't need to get 2 specialists going on here, but I need at least a little something. So someone that's fairly cheap is over here. But this one has no hidden things, so at least we know there's a long commute, it's a fresh parent, but it's got some resistance over there, and that's not too bad a price. So Daniel, you're the new guy. please pop in and start working straight away on some of these trauma patient care things that we've got going on there. Is our observation beds full? Oh, not quite, but almost. So yeah, we definitely need to run some more observation care. We're actually making a fair bit of money, considering that we just put in another one of these beds. So as soon as we now get into the positive, which will happen pretty soon. Excellent. I'm going to just finish off the work that we've done over here by adding the these windows, because it feels crazy that you can't actually see what's going on there. That's a much better setup. Thank you very much. I'm not sure we're going to start building that straight away. Sorry that you got fired. Wow, lots of stuff here. Patient is collapsing. Let's have a quick look at what's going on with that. Where are you? You're in the emergency department, so let's just zoom in and see what's going on. Are you on the floor there? Okay, well, let's have a quick look what they do for you. We've got some doctors looking at this straight away, getting you into trauma care. Another patient is collapsing. Is there a hidden symptom? No, not really. So you should be able to be treated fairly easily. What's going on over here? Can you do some triage at reception? And what did triage at reception show? Vomiting. Interview. So what did this do? Okay, that's good. So receptions are actually pretty valuable. So what we'll do is we'll make sure to add receptions to all of our departments. I think we'll pick up more of the the critical patients, the ones that are going to have an issue. Very low output of urine. Monitored patient is collapsing. I think is this guy, right? Yeah, I think so. Please help. Complicated diagnosis. My goodness, there's so much stuff. Okay, complicated diagnosis. Yeah, fair enough. I believe an X-ray will help us out there. So please do the X-ray so that you can identify what is going on. Yeah, chest X-ray, back X-ray would be. I don't know why you are thinking that that's an issue. Get the X-ray done. What's happening with this patient? This patient. So we're doing urine samples and things. There's still some hidden symptoms that we need to sort out. And we're doing a few more tests over here. Over there, that patient's in a coma. My goodness. Are we going to get some of this back? Rehydration is occurring, so we're sorting out that. There's 3 hidden symptoms, and hopefully once we get all of that, we can find the rest. How long does these tests take? Hours and hours. Okay, we're going to go in the night shift now, and that means we're going to blow the budget again. Long wait for an MRI. Let's pause. Let's have a quick look here. What's going on at the MRI? Is there someone at the MRI? X-ray department, please. X-ray department. Workload is pretty much 0. And Jennifer, what are you doing? You're commuting? What does that mean? What are you doing? Reserved for procedure. Ah, are we out of nurses? Can we understand who that is? What a hedonist. Spends twice as much time enjoying food. Ooh. Germaphobe. Okay. Do we have some kind of idea of what's going on with this room specifically? No, but in terms of, so it's reserved. Where is this patient that we're waiting for? You're going somewhere else. So it's reserved. You're reserved for a patient. I think this is the issue. Performing procedure. Where is the patient? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I think this is the patient from trauma care that we're looking at, right? Yeah, this is the patient. MRI says nothing. Fine. Okay, there's a few things we need to sort out with terms of efficiency at this hospital. But I think we're tracking along okay. We still need to get ourselves into a situation where we're actually making money. Well, making money, and we're still a little bit down in terms of, we've still got 140,000 in debt here, so we need to sort that out as well. But we're doing pretty well, and we're treating most patients, and we're pretty high on how many patients we are treating, at least 70 a day, 73 or something a day, so it's pretty good. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.